there. I was just doing my crossword puzzle today. It's a doozy. Hi everybody, I'm Jennifer Robett and thanks for joining me today. I am a certified professional retirement coach and owner of Retire Ready Canada, my retirement coaching business. I work with clients and help them plan for and discover what they want to do in their retirement so that when they transition into this next stage of their life, they're well prepared and ultimately they've created the life they want to live. I recently filmed a video on exercising and I talked about the benefits of exercising and why it's so important that we exercise our bodies as we age. Today I want to talk about exercising our brains and why this is equally important that we do as we age so that we're able to live a long life. We all fear about getting older and what that's going to look like and what's going to happen to us as we get older. And let's face it, getting old kind of sucks sometimes. And while there's things that we cannot control, such as our age and our genetics, there are things that we can do to help reduce the risk of developing cognitive disorders or even just help delay the onset of these disorders. I want to tell you a story about my sweet little grandma who lived until the age of 97. She was always such a vibrant and energetic woman, and she lived on her own for almost 20 years after my grandfather passed away at a much earlier age. She was really lucky though because she had so many good friends that lived in her condo building and she was so social all the time. They would meet down at the pool on hot summer's days. They would go out for coffee every day. And every single year they planned a dinner out on New Year's Eve. It was really quite amazing. And in addition to all this social interaction that she had, she also played bridge 3, sometimes 4 times a week with all her lady friends. This kept her mind active and challenged and stimulated for many, many years. And she played bridge right up until her early 90s, when unfortunately she was no longer able to play because she did develop dementia. My point with this story is that it's so important and so necessary that we continue to keep our minds active and continue to keep our minds stimulated as we age and as we get older. There's so much research out there that shows that those that exercise their brains help deter the onset of cognitive disabilities. And although my grandmother did develop dementia in her early 90s, I'm absolutely convinced that she lived that long and was able to live such an active life right up until the end because she was so active mentally and she kept her mind challenged all the time. There are so many things that you can do to keep your mind active and stimulated, and today I want to talk to you about a few of these things that you can do. The first thing that you can do is, as I mentioned with my grandmother, is to play strategy games or do puzzles or riddles. Strategy games such as chess or bridge, for example, and brain teasers provide such a great mental workout. You could do a crosswords. You know, I always have fun when I do my crosswords. They are certainly very challenging and I get a good mental workout from them. Or other things that you could do would be word games such as Scrabble is always fun, or number games such as Sudoku. Another thing you could do is try something new, and this could be anything really. You could learn a new instrument or learn how to paint or knit, or you could even learn a new language. I was actually just flipping through my phone this morning and I came across this great app called Duolingo, which helps you learn a new language And you can do it right from the comfort of your own home. If you don't want to try something new, another thing you could perhaps try is just improve on the skills that you already have. And what I mean by this is, for example, if you play a musical instrument, such as the piano, and you're really not interested in learning a new instrument, but what you can do is learn a new song on the piano, or even just improve on a song that you already know. So again, this just keeps your mind challenged all the time. Something else you can do, and I absolutely encourage you to never stop doing this, is read. You need to keep reading, as this is so good for your brain. And with all the different choices and technologies out there, it makes reading so much easier. You could stick to the traditional book if you like, or try reading on your tablet or Kindle, or even try listening to an audiobook. There's so many choices out there, and reading just is so phenomenal. It just keeps your mind active, and stories can be so compelling. They can really draw you in, and you never know, you might just also learn something new. So please continue to read. And finally, something that you could try is what I like to say, follow the road less traveled. And what I mean by this is, if you do something every day and you tend to do it the same way every day, why not switch it up a little bit? For example, if you drive a certain route every day, why not change that route and go a different way? What this does is it just keeps you thinking. It keeps your mind active and engaged. I sometimes do this when I drive to work, because I drive the same way every day, or I should. But sometimes, just for whatever reason, just to switch things up, I'll take a different route. And sometimes I use Waze or Google Maps just to help me find a different way. And instead of just zoning out and going into autopilot, I really have to pay attention now and use my brain to, get to where I'm going. So that's an idea. Or perhaps if you take public transportation somewhere every day, why not get off a stop or two early and walk the rest of your way, and try walking, maybe through some side streets to get to where you need to go. Again, it's just going to keep your mind working. It's going to keep those wheels turning in your head instead of just totally going into autopilot, as we so often do in our lives. So those are just a few suggestions I have for you today on using your brain and keeping it active. Our brains are our biggest assets. Use it, don't lose it. So I'm going to get back to my crossword puzzle now, but I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click the like button below or leave a comment. I would love to hear from you. And if you'd like to stay connected and watch some more videos, please subscribe to the channel as well. So I hope you have a great day. I hope you can find an activity that you like to do and that will keep your mind active. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye. Now, what's a 5-letter word for put back to 0?